3, 2, 1, and we're live! Hello all, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name as always is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with the one, the only, the lovely Ms. Jo Fallak.
What's up? It's your girl.
The handsome Mr. Justin Thomas James.
Oh, Benicio del Toro.
And the charismatic and sexually charged Mr. Rob Diobald.
Hi, hello, welcome.
Ooh, look at that sexual charge. Ooh, oh. And you are back with us on this lovely Wednesday night for Apocalypse World the 3rd. Oops, wrong sound effect. Let's go with this. That's right. We are the INVICTUS stream. If this is your first time watching, go back and watch number 1 and 2, dummy. This is Apocalypse World, the role-playing game in the end of the times. All of the times have ended. It's Mad Max meets Sigourney Weaver.
Hi, Sigourney. I'm Mad Max.
Well, I mean, it's, Sigourney Weaver is like badass and sexy and dry. I don't know. There's a desert in the end of the world, and this is what it is. So welcome. It's of course an 18+ show. If you're not comfortable with no words, just as pee and poo and all those things, you don't have to watch. We'll be hurt, but we understand. All you have to do is like the video and then close it down. So go press that little thumbs up icon and then close it down and turn off your computer and go in bed and read under the covers. But if you are, ready to rev your engine and play along with us, then it's going to be a hip happening time. If you are part of our YouTube group or whatever the hell YouTube is, you subscribed already, so you don't need to hear this part. But if you're not, join the Facebook group is what I'm trying to say. Go do that, because that's where everyone gets together and chats and hangs out, and that's what links to the Discord. And there's too many things. We should just have one. Let's get rid of all.
Nope, let's get more.
Let's get more social things. Quora is a thing now.
Quora. Let's get Quora.
It's like where you ask questions.
Let's everyone have a Twitter.
Let's all have a Twitter. I have a Twitter. I hate it. I use it like for a day, and then I'm like, I don't get this anymore.
That's the one I never got into.
Graffiti messages for each other all over the city.
Okay.
That's fair.
I like that.
Hey Zia, how's your day going?
I like it. And then we can take pictures of it and put it on Twitter.
And then we'll have to put it on Twitter.
Cut up That's right. That's what he does it. You're right. Good job, Rob. High five. Down here. Down. No, your bottom corner. Yeah. No, a little. There. Yeah. High five. Ready? Right in the corner. Yeah. We did it.
Where's my high five?
You're right here. Right here. On this side. No, other side. You're on the right side. Yeah, right there. Right. 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then Joe, we're like, you got to go down. Yeah, right there.
Down,
sort of.
Joe?
We got a big. Yeah, we're good.
Right here.
Right, just up and down.
You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome.
Apocalypse World Session 3. It's going to be a good time tonight. Thank you to everybody who's here. Good luck. Also, if you're part of the Facebook group, you have a chance to win the most valuable post. The most valuable post is the post of the week that we distinguish amongst the rest, and we say, hey, you done a little better. And this week is not actually a post, so I just fucking lied to you. This week, we're giving most valuable post to somebody who sent us this little note. You might recognize this, even though it's backwards, as Lane Con. This says, hello, Harlan, Joe, Justin, and Chris, and Rob, honorary, but you don't actually have a gift in here. Sorry, Rob. Happy Labor Day weekend, y'all. It's time to kick off the second annual LaneCon event. We know it's hard for people outside the Atlanta area to attend, but we wanted to send you all a small token of friendship from across the pond. This is our LaneCon badges.
Badges, bitches.
Laminated, so you know they're official. Here's Team Gray if you'd like to take a look.
Thank you.
Team Green, Team Blue, and Team Red. With our addresses. Oh, creepy. No, with where we're from. Mine says Pickering.
Whoa, there's a lot of terms and conditions on the back.
Yeah, they have a lot of terms and conditions. Like, here's LaneCon.
Legit terms and conditions?
I don't know.
Straight up, yes, they are. No, they're like, LaneCon may apply additional fees or limitations to certain activities in exchange solely for this badge. The holder, complies to. Yeah, there's.
I wonder if there's anything on here that's like, by reading this.
We cannot take, record, or create film, digital pictures, videos, tapes, sound recordings, or any other visual or auditory recreation of any kind whatsoever of any LaneCon guest member, employee, volunteer of. Goes on.
This has more terms and conditions than
but there's
the
a
contract
little
I
ribbon
signed
on the
for my
bottom.
soul. But yeah, there's a really cool bottom. Look, honorary members. So we're all honorary members, and I know Rob is too. In fact, Rob, here you can have Chris's. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, thanks. Pick it up.
Thanks, guys. These are cool.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you, James.
Did you say take your shirt off?
What?
I just heard take your shirt off.
Just kidding.
I didn't mean to, but I must have.
Okay, if you persist. But yeah, that's an awesome little gift. We're probably not going to go to LaneCon next year, but we will be going to Gen Con next year.
Rob and Justin are both too silent, apparently, according to them.
Too quiet.
Yeah.
Oh.
How's that?
It's
It's gonna be a lot better now. I just
Let's turn it up.
No, you turn you back down. I had the desktop audio
Is this fine? I was also speaking right into the mic.
Well, yeah, that's better. Just because I forgot I was playing Minecraft, so I had the desktop audio dipped.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna blame you then.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody out there. But yeah, Gen Con next year, which is Geneva Convention, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that. I don't know if you were joking when you said last time.
No, I wasn't joking.
It's from, I read about it today because I didn't know this, but which is so
Gary
weird.
Gygax created it.
Yeah, I didn't know that, in Geneva, Wisconsin. But I didn't realize that they, because I know there was only Chessex stuff. There was no Wizards of the Coast booth anymore. They don't sell D&D stuff there other than through their secondary retailers, but Wizards of the Coast doesn't have a booth there. So that was really weird. I didn't get to the part. We were both reading that Art and Arcana today. Did you read that part too? Is that why?
Yeah.
That's so funny because I read the same thing.
I got sidetracked. I was cleaning and I came across this giant, gorgeous book that Harlan got me for my birthday. And I was like unfolding this huge poster of Storm King's Thunder. And then Harlan came home and he was like, as if you're just looking at that fucking poster, bitch. Yeah. I was looking at that poster.
Because I was looking at the same thing today. Weirdly enough, I was looking at the Art and Arcana book and reading with the
good.
Geneva. So I thought this was going to be an interesting tidbit. But obviously for only two of the people... That's really creepy when you smile with the black lips. It's a very extreme contrast in your video.
It's because I have white teeth.
Yeah. And that's that. I think that's all we had really important to talk about. Rob, you got anything to push? Oh, Justin.
Yeah.
Shut up, Rob. Justin. That was Rob. I'm sorry. Did you have something to push?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Sorry.
Good. Shut up.
Shut up. God.
So
but I forgot. It was myself shutting up because Justin, you do have something to push. You just did an audiobook today.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let Rob field this one.
Okay, Rob.
Perfect. Justin did an audiobook today. I heard that. Can you believe it? How good is that?
It hasn't launched yet, but we are uploading it. It's the big one. It's the one that I compose all the music for, and
that's so cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've got
Good job.
Actually, thank you so much. Thank you. I will send you guys a link to the soundtrack. It's unlisted right now, so you get an exclusive chance to listen.
Send it to
you
our
can listen to it
Patreon
after
subscribers.
Subscribe.
Yeah, I'll do it at work. I'm gonna find that.
We're gonna do a co-op.
What?
What was that sound? You just played that?
I've got system sounds on, so you guys can hear my vocal warm up. It's whenever I open YouTube, it goes to the same vocal warm up page.
Like porn.
It is. Listen to this. Hot.
And I'm gonna film it, so maybe you want to follow along.
Yeah.
Want to do it?
Do you want to do it?
I'm gonna film
Let's
it.
follow
So
along.
if you want to do
If you want to
it,
follow along, if you want to do it.
Put it in my bum.
what about the bum?
Oh,
Nothing.
classic.
Classic.
All right, yeah.
Classic.
Links coming your way, people.
Cool.
But listen to it after, because I don't want any distractions.
That's right. You got to give your full attention to us. And with that, I think we're ready to start. Apocalypse World, Sessione 3. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this.
It's nighttime at the tube. At that 8-foot-long length of pipe coming out of the ground for who knows what reason. Stars shine overhead, the same stars that shone for millions of years. But they shine down on a world that's very different than all of us know. The flattened earth, the trampled grass all around the tube is devoid of humans. The farmers who come here during the day to chant and commune are gone, sleeping under whatever refuge they can find nearby. But the tube is not silent. The tube is emitting a sound, a kind of scratching sound. It sounds like something is trying to climb up. There's a scuffling, scratching, and slowly, something is being pushed out of the tube. Something small, a small scrap of something. Maybe 6 inches long, 4 inches wide, a strip of still bloody human skin. It drops out of the tube onto the grass in the dark. And then it is quiet. It's been a couple of weeks. What do we remember from the day or so preceding your time in the oil fields?
Yeah, that tube is no good.
Tube is no good.
Tube.
No, and I think that's a big thing that's sticking out in Ruth's mind over the last little bit is rolling up to that scene of all of these farmers and nobody's standing around this tube and like singing this song with this old woman leading them and watching Hex and Locke sort of explore that space and jump up on the tube or jump up on the machine gun on the back of the and really take a completely different approach to this than Ruth would have liked, who herself got pretty swept up in this moment, got a little bit connected to this old woman before she ended up with a crossbow bolt through her chest that Ruth managed to somehow pull out and like heal with her touch. And there was some weird connection. She saw visions of herself dying and her blood on the sand of this arena that they're heading towards. And then like there's this moment of like, oh shit, we could connect. You obviously know more about this weirdo shit than I do. Hex just blows her away and like severs that avenue of connection to the weirdness, which maybe for Ruth's own good, I don't know, but definitely was a moment that stood out for her.
Everything I do for you, Ruth.
I don't know.
Look into my eyes.
What stands out for you?
Definitely, it's like waking from a dream. There's slow motion, and it's like opera music.
The shells just spraying through your shoulders,
falling all over, and people like being bits, and I'm like, but like in the vision that I have, you guys are like, and I'm like, I'm the hero of the story. They're all like holding weapons for some reason in this version, and I'm saving everybody, and then I'm like daydreaming next to the ambulance in the oil field. I'm like, oh. And beyond that, I remember running Elvira through the muck, trying to navigate us through this and running across that kindly old gentleman that you were very scared of. But definitely I'm continually seeing myself as the hero of that situation.
Yeah, and last time was the time we had the threesome with Shagusa and Mox as well.
That's right. Yes.
Right?
Yeah, and they won't stop talking about
it. Who could blame them?
Well, there was that little interaction. That's one of the things that Locke remembers is Hex, right? Going into the back with Shagusana and Mox.
It's Shagusa.
Shagusana. And they did their thing back there, and Locke was steely-eyed about it. But deep down, if one were to get Freudian analytical about it, there is some sort of conflict happening at a deep level there. He also remembers the storm that came and nearly swallowed them up, and how close they'd come to being consumed by that horrible weather. And he is thinking that if they're going to survive this, we're going to have to be careful and remember that the weather and nature is just as much our enemies as the monsters and people that are out there to kill us. So, treat it with respect.
Well, thank you so much for the soup. I really loved it. You're standing in front of a 5-foot-tall, fuck you bearded man with lumps in places that you're not really sure what.
Oh, that's right. He's the penguin.
He's wearing a skin-tight, kind of pink-gray bodysuit. And nice. One of the metal creatures is skeeching towards you in the mist, in the fog of the oil fields. And the hatch pops off, and he goes, Alberta, my darling, my wife, yes. And this glamazon pops out. She is all like mane of blonde hair and tan skin and like double D cup. In a pink bodysuit in a very different way, with lumps in all the places that you would hope and pray that there would be lumps. She's probably 6.5 feet tall, and she steps gracefully down from her legged transport and drapes herself over him. Fleck, darling, who are these people?
My name is Hex, and I kind of step over and I say, who might you be?
I'm Alberta. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, too.
You smell delicious.
I am delicious.
Not you.
Oh.
Fleck's like, they gave me soup!
Do you like some, too? And I kind of look to Locke.
Yeah, there's plenty to go around. My name's Locke. This here's Ruth.
Lovely to meet you.
Charmed. That was me flicking my hair back over my shoulder.
Oh, I see. All right, I get it. We're trying to get across the oil fields, but here, help yourself to some soup. I think we got an extra bowl back here somewhere. And this is Shagusana and Mox.
It's Shagusa. Hello. Hi. Mox just gives a curt nod. They're standing like near the back of the ambulance, and each of them have their hands tucked in each other's back pockets.
Oh. And the Hex is like, I gotta say, you guys make a perfect couple.
Thank
you. Fleck, you are a lucky man.
Yeah, the swamp's beautiful, right?
I mean, of course. And you seem so out of place in this in the oil fields, Miss Alberta. Are you from around here?
Yes, I am.
Of course. I mean, there must have been lots of choices in your, But Fleck, I mean, and I like tap him on the shoulder a little bit. He's a lucky guy.
He knows everything there is to know about the oil fields.
Does he know how to get through them?
Yes, of course he does.
Well,
Fleck, darling, you... Oh, just a moment, please. She takes him by his little shoulders and sort of steers him off to the side where they have a whispered conversation. Just the two of them.
It does something not seem off about this lock.
About what?
What are you talking about?
You got this Amazonian woman, this gorgeous model of perfection. Black.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with him?
Nothing. But
It's hard times out here.
Locke looks up at the sky as Ruth continues.
It's who knows what happened to Fleck when he was held prisoner by those tax collectors or whoever. It could be the same story. A little hardship brings people together.
Right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So my husband tells me that you're looking for the chapel.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're looking for something within the chapel, but yeah.
Something within the chapel?
Look, and I turn to Ruth. I mean, our business is our business, right?
Can I get a read on I just lost
Alberta?
her name. Alberta, just to get a sense of it. It seemed like she came back with some real shrewd intentions going on here. She sort of almost if I got the vibe that maybe she's a little more discerning than Fleck and who they help and why, and I just wanted to see what she's actually feeling. Alberta.
What makes your big feet so flat?
7 and 3 sharp is 10.
To read a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get. So what's her character really feeling?
She's feeling anxious. She doesn't know or trust you. And she's worried that you've somehow duped her husband.
But I get it. I get the sense, and it's perfectly, reasonable for you to be feeling nervous right now. There's a whole bunch of strangers who just rolled up in this big monster going to a really stupid place to go to for anybody. And I could sense if that was making you feel a little anxious. So I want us to be truthful and trade on the level here. We're trying to. I mean, it's a convoluted story. We're trying to get some secrets out of a man's brain from some really bad people, and there's some stuff we need, and some of that equipment is at this chapel of electric lights. And we know Fleck was saying how he knew better than anyone that place deserved a little bit of comeuppance, and any help the two of you could give us to help sort of show those people what they deserve, that would be really helpful.
She shoots a look at her husband and then back to you, Ruth. And there are tears in her eyes. Comeuppance is right. But it's not the chapel. Well, I mean, the chapel is the first building you're likely to come to, and as far as you're likely to get.
What does she wish we'd do?
She wants you to go and find her sister.
Good. Did she tell us this? Or
no.
It's just what
this is meta knowledge that Rob gains from winning.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
That's why.
Meta knowledge is her sister's name Saskatchewan.
It's a good name, though.
It's a good name.
Looks like you'd spend some time back there as well. Or it sounds like maybe.
Yeah, I've been there. It's a beautiful, dangerous place. And somewhere Fleck and I aren't welcome anymore. No, fuck him!
Well, why don't you think we'll make it very far past the chapel?
Well, they don't take kindly to visitors unless you're willing to fight. And I don't know. I mean, I take care of myself, but I don't think I'd make it.
Lark steps up and does a little bit of a flare with his chain weapon, slings it over his shoulder, and says, well, maybe that wouldn't be a problem. We've got fighters here.
We sure do. And I pull out one of my daggers and it fumbles awkwardly from my hand and lands in the muck. And then I wait a minute and pull out another one.
All that aside, if there's anything, you left back there that you want us to take a look for, or anybody, I can't make any promises, but if you could help us get through the oil sands and find the way over there, we'd certainly owe you at least that much.
There's a woman. I don't know if she's still there or what they've done with her. My sister. Her name is Sorrow. She looks like me, but brown hair. This was maybe going on a month ago. They took her. We took a run at the place, Fleck and I. Fucking no good.
Does she look exactly like you?
Very, very similar.
Is she also married?
No.
We need to save her. She deserves to be saved, and I feel good about it.
Is Alberta telling the truth about her sister?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Come on, guys. I know we don't normally go for this sort of hero thing. I know you guys are constantly trying to fulfill your selfish needs, but I think we need to do one more for the little people. And I point to Fleck. I think we need to help.
We would be able to lead you there. We could take you, and yeah, fuck him.
That's right, good buddy. And I touch his greasy mop of hair.
Oh, do a high five.
Sticky.
Do a high five.
No, you're sticky. I'm good. What do you say? Come on, guys. I need this.
For you, Hex.
Can we talk about this? Just a moment alone.
Of course, yeah.
And I walk over and slam my hand on the side of the ambulance when we're out of earshot. I say, I will not fire the 50 cal. It's gone anyway. Look, I get it. I was trigger happy. And despite me saving the day, I recognize my error. I will not act impulsively next time. Okay?
How much time do you think we have, Ruth? With the body?
Oh, I mean, we're definitely, touch and go so long as we have gas. But if we ever run out of power, he's gone, right? So
I say we help the sister if they're able to provide us with some extra gas, so that at least we aren't worse off than if we just gotten across and paid our way somehow else,
Well, I mean, listen, and I'm all for bargaining, but we're going to the outpost anyway. That's where they said, we're going that direction, right? I mean, what if they say no, they don't have gas to spare?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, just knowing someone on the inside, if the Sorrow gets there and we can deliver a message from her sister, maybe that gets us a little help. A little bit of cooperation from folks who know that place better than we do.
Hey, that's not a bad point. Maybe Sorrow knows the inside of that place better than these two. Maybe they can tell us exactly where that piece is.
All right. Well, I'll follow your lead.
Wait, who? My lead? Okay. And I push myself past them. All right, look, we'll do it.
I was clearly
for a little bit of gas. And I loudly wink.
I can tune that up. It can be quieter.
No, it has to be a loud wink. I loudly wink at Locke and Ruth. And I'll roll plus persuade.
What? That's not.
Seduce, manipulate?
Yeah, you would manipulate.
I will seduce or manipulate. And it's highlighted still. I don't know if that was still.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to change your highlighted stats every session. I figured we'd just carry on.
Let's roll with them.
So I roll 2 dice.
Yeah, you roll 2d6s and add your hot.
So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. 11.
Oh, there you go. So they're going to go along with you unless or until some fact or action betrays the reason you gave them. Meaning, they're gonna bring you to the thing if you continue to agree to bring the sister home.
And we will. Ruth here promises.
Absolutely. No, we will absolutely look for if we've got time, if she's around, if we can get her out, we will.
That's right. Ruth promises
if we hear
we'll get her out.
If we hear any news about her, we'll pass that along.
Good old Ruth, promising craziness.
Fleck scampers up into the cabin of his walking machine and hops down after a few minutes with like half a pint glass full of gas. And he's like, this is as much as I could spare.
That's huge. It means a lot.
Yeah, that's enough. That's perfect. Yep, that's what I was going to say.
All right. Well, you'll have to follow me then.
Maybe I should ride with you, with Alberta. There's probably, I should probably, get her to. I should probably ride with her, right, Fleck?
These are one-seaters, so.
But I should definitely be in the scouting cars. I right?
Is this your bicycle?
This is Elvira, and run my hand over the black leather, and she falls over into the mud.
All right, and she hops up. She like Legolas's herself up into the cabin of her machine, and just like flicks the cover closed.
I wanted to ride in one of those things.
And like beep 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 beep, they're off into the oil fields, leading you sinuously through.
I like push my thing back into the ambulance, all covered in mud and oil.
Yeah. We're following in the ambulance, and they're going to take us down a route that isn't so difficult, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan. Yep.
Perfect.
I was really hoping Fleck was going to be like, I got room in mine. And I'd be like, no. He's like, come on. And I'd be like, cramming.
Hey, now, speaking of which, we're on a new session. We haven't gone over our stats and what we want people to...
Yeah, did you want to change those up?
What, can I count the one that I just did?
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
I'm open to change them up too. If
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm down to change. Yeah. I just wanted to count that one since I already got it.
Hex, you've got the highest with me. What do you like? Cool, hard, hot, sharp, or weird? I had cool and weird last time.
Let's go with hard. I like it has a little bit of that edge, and I'm thinking this outpost might be confrontational.
Gotcha.
I would say maybe cool. I like to see your analytical side.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. What about you, Hex? Who's got the highest history with you?
Ruth.
What'd you have highlighted last time?
Hot and sharp.
Let's see you're weird. I want to see you open that brain.
Don't we all? Keep waiting.
And I like to see sharp from you. Is that no good?
No, it's perfect.
Lock?
Right. Ruth and Hex are actually tied at +1.
Ooh, who would you prefer to pick?
So, let's say Ruth.
Yeah. I think we just want to see you're cool. You're cold as ice. That's your jam, right?
Cool it is.
And
all right.
I think you're going to get into it with somebody, so I want to see your heart highlighted.
Beautiful. It is love. Let's do this.
All right. So these little walker machines pick their way through the mists of these oil fields. I'm imagining Hex bumping along at kind of a reasonable speed on his motorcycle.
Oh, I pushed it all covered in mud into the back of the ambulance.
Oh, so you're just like...
I'm more awkwardly like riding back there, like...
Yeah, like, you're between Grundle and the bike.
Yeah, like canisters like falling off the thing and like bumping my head, and I'm like... comically unhappy.
Yeah. Takes a couple of hours, and you're definitely just picking your way through. It's not as the crow flies in any way. But you skirt a rather large lake off to the east. There's a copse of trees that have all lost their leaves, just these tall, like skeletal shapes scraping the dark sky. And beyond that, you see a building. It's got lights on, lots of lights. It's the first neon maybe some of you have ever seen. There's a disco ball. There are some spotlights. This is a place that is luxuriating in its power. And Fleck walks over to you and hops out of his walker.
That's it right there. Can't miss it. I'm sorry. We took so long, but you have to go around. You can't go. You got to go around all the time.
And I'm like crawling out of the back with like a, those pans that you go to the bathroom in.
Bedpan.
Bedpan, like on my head and like taking it off as I'm like joining the three of you talking to Fleck.
Yeah. So I don't know.
We really appreciate it, Fleck. That was. We couldn't have done it without you. Do you think you could wait here for a day or two to lead us back? Or is that asking too much?
We'll be around. Hopefully, if you've got sorrow, we'll find you for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we got her for sure.
So this is the outpost, not the chapel?
This is the chapel, which is the outpost.
All right.
Locke, this is a place where you said you conducted an interview once.
Right. Yeah, I do recognize it. And I'm looking out for the guards. I remember where the guards were placed.
Yeah, there are a couple of towers flanking the building. It's a rather large, looks almost like maybe, what do you guys think? Like a high school type building? Like it's pretty large. And then there's like another 2-story building on the one side and like a 3-story building on the other side. These are things that have been preserved over the last 100 years.
Right.
They're festooned with these long trailing vines and weeds and bedecked in spangled lights.
And while Fleck and Alberta are saying their goodbyes, I'm going to pull out my crossbow, not really paying them too much mind, and just look through the scope to see whether or not I can surmise if they've seen us or not.
Yeah, why don't you read a situation for me? Roll plus sharp.
I will sharp it up. Let's see here. I did have it open, I swear. There we go. Sorry about that.
Ta-da!
I don't know if you heard that. Oh, no. There's oil covering my lens. It's going to take me a while to actually clean that up. Must have seeped in from the
What did you roll?
Oh, a 3.
Oh boy.
2d6s, right?
You still get to ask one.
You still get to ask one.
Yeah. But be prepared for the worst.
I'm going to ask, have they spotted us yet?
Well, you only get to ask the questions, unfortunately, that are set out for you and read a situation, which I can read for you if you like. Where's my best?
I really should have the sheet. Go ahead.
Where's the best escape route? Way out, way past? Which enemy is most vulnerable to me? Which enemy is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my enemy's true position? Or who's in control here?
Oh, probably what's my enemy's true position. So I want to see where all the guards are. I want to make sure I know where each one is hiding.
Okay. You look through the scope on your crossbow and you identify there are guards with, it looks like, heavy artillery in both of the towers on the top floors. There's a turret on one of them. So there's definitely enemies in each of those side buildings. They're set back from the chapel, maybe about 50 yards or so. You also see a little bit of movement in the chapel itself. Some raggedy curtains that are lit by candles from the inside move as a shape behind one of them sort of dashes from one side of the room to the other. And I get to take my move, which is the chapel directs 3 spotlights onto you and the ambulance.
Well,
I kind of pictured for some reason,
my question,
as you were doing this, I kind of thought Hex was like crawling up next to you. Like, I don't know if you were on your stomach looking through the thing, but I kind of figured he was next to you being like, what do you see? What do you see? What is Ruth doing when the spotlights shine on us? I want to know what we're all like. Frozen.
I mean, I think she's just about to get back in the driver's seat and wait for you two to come back and figure out like what our approach is. But now that they're shining these spotlights at us, there doesn't seem to be any point in hiding. So she might like turn the lights on and off just to be like, yeah, we see you. We're not trying to sneak up.
And I stand up and I turn to the other two and I say, Lan, should I catch their attention and you guys get in, or do we want to go in through the front?
Are we?
I know.
Well, I think.
Well, is it? Go ahead, Ruth.
No, it's all you.
Well, I was just wondering whether or not it's nighttime right now, or because it was morning when we arrived in the swamps, but we did travel quite a while.
Probably night, right?
It's definitely late afternoon. It's hard to tell because it's pretty dark.
Right.
Yeah, maybe coming up on 5 or 6.
Ruth, what do you think?
Well, I mean, the plan was you're here as a fighter. That's something normal here every day, right? We got a big ambulance. They have fights. They got to let us in for some of that. They got to need our skills and want to test yours.
Right, that's the plan. I forgot.
It's not even lying.
I'm ready to do this.
Now, this is the place that keeps the thing we need, though, right?
So there's 2 things we need. We need some high-tech crap and the brain projector itself. Mm-hmm. And I think we can get the high-tech crap here, but the brain projector somewhere else, or have that switched around?
No, you got that right. The brain projector is with the Chroniclers, which is location number 2.
Oh, perfect. This is just the outpost. I see.
Yeah. But we do need to walk away with some of their high-tech crap, or it will never work.
Do we want to bring Grundle into this, though? If we want to drive up, is that risky?
I mean we got to get Grundle through and towards the next place anyways. We can put a sheet over him. Who's going to look for Grundle?
Don't we have that compartment in the bottom of the...
He's hooked up to a bunch of tables. If we need him alive, he's in the back of the ambulance. We'll be real thoughtful about who we let back there.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
So we're just going in normal.
Yeah.
I'll get on the 50. Oh.
It fell off long ago.
Shotgun! And I run around.
And Lark shakes his head and pulls himself up to the former home of the 50 cal.
Yeah, and Ruth drives in real easy, like.
Look, if things go south on approach, Lark, I'll distract him and you slip off and you get in there. And meaning if they don't let us in, we should get one of us in. You just stealth in and I'll distract the guards and then Ruth and I will leave. How's that sound? Then we'll find another way in ourselves.
And you just want me to fight my way through them?
No. I will cause a distraction. Don't worry.
So you want me to sneak around them?
Just in case. If we get up to the driver, I mean, we're driving up right now, so I'm like, if we get up to like the guard, and he's like, no, fuck off, get out of here, we'll make a little tap, you slip off the side.
I have every confidence in your ability to talk bullshit, Hex. You won't let him say no, get out of here to us. You'll keep him talking until he lets us in.
Like contingencies.
So all right. You roll up on this place. I think the ambulance lights are flashing, but the siren's not going, just so that you're retaining a little bit of your dignity. And the spotlights follow you all the way up. No one comes out of the two towers that flank the chapel, but 4 guys with machine guns come out of the chapel. And they approach the ambulance.
Can I read a sitch?
Yeah.
Sharp.
That's right.
Nope.
How you do, baby?
The worst.
Why don't you ask a question?
1 and 1 plus 1. I was going to ask, what should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for what is capable of creating this discipline. As the ambulance rolls up, the guys with the guns, they're wearing a combination of camo, BDSM gear, and like raver wear. A guy with a shaved head, we're gonna call him Gearbox. He opens Ruth's door and he pulls her out.
Oh. I think if he reaches for me, I would love to pull the shotgun on him, just be like, "Don't touch me." Like, I'll get out, but if he's going to like put a hand on me, that's a clear no go.
Do something under fire for me, Ruth.
Is it that or go aggro? If I'm willing to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, are you definitely the aggressor here, or are you defending yourself?
Sure. I could be getting out of the way. I'm happy to do something under fire. Just to let him not touch me. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Great. Yeah. So you do it.
Yeah, I do it, and I level up. Look at that.
Nicely done.
And I think, yeah.
And so maybe there's just I step back into the seat,
and you show him the barrel of your rifle.
And maybe just move the jacket to the side, showing him there is a shotgun there. It says, "Hold on, be friendly now."
You should get out of the ambulance.
And I get out. I step out. I'm like, hold on, everybody, and I move towards the front of the ambulance. There's no need to start pulling people out or hurting people. What's the issue here?
That's right. Just like your friend here. Come on out.
Look, guys, how many of them are around us?
There's 4.
The 4 around us. Look, we'll get out. What's the issue?
Just want to see what you got in here.
What do you mean you want to see what we got?
Come on out.
So
I look to Ruth to sort of see what her take on this is. Can I read Ruth? That's perfect.
Ooh.
Sure.
I'm gonna read a person with a 7 plus. What do you add to this?
To read a situation.
Read a person is sharp.
person.
Person is sharp.
That's
so,
right.
8. Which is on 7, 8. I hold 1. What does your
Ask me a
character
question.
really? Oh, what does your character intend to do?
I think Ruth intends to get out, but just show them we're not pushovers. Like, we're going to play by their game, but we're also not intimidated by them, because she thinks that's like the scarier play, is to give them power that way.
And I think based on the fact that I'm aware of how much you guys were disappointed in my last action, I'm going to take the lead from Ruth and be like, I read her and I nod sort of quietly and I'm like, okay, all right, Ruth. And I turn around and sort of like do what Ruth wants as well.
What do you do, Locke?
50 cal.
There's no 50 cal. Oh, Justin, you are muted, my friend.
Baby.
Oh, sadness.
There we go. I'm just waiting on top of the ambulance, and I'm being purposefully enigmatic, but also just being that way. And waiting for Ruth or Hex to create the right atmosphere for me to make my appearance.
So Ruth will climb out of the door, sort of towards this guy, but definitely, like, if he stands in the way, give him a bit of a gentle shove out of the way, just like a lot of like back off body language.
Easy now. You don't have to be all stroppy about this. And one of the guys gestures with his rifle up to the roof of the ambulance. Who's he then?
This is the great and powerful Locke, the truth sayer, the fire spitter, the one and only, the carved out of stone man himself, Mr. Locke. Show him what you're made of, Locke, but not in that way. Just come down.
I just stand up and I cross my arms and I let my dreadlocks kind of flow down in front of my face. Well, you want me to get down too?
Got a piece of meat up there.
Hey, what's your name, kid?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Rivet.
Rivet. It's nice to meet you. Let's get a move on. We've got contenders for your arena and shit. I've got an ambulance here to patch up half the wounded you got here so they can fight again and earn you twice as much money.
Well,
it's very clear. Look at all the symbols, the lights. You know what we're bringing here. Who's going to let you get away with holding us up here? Who's going to die and your boss is going to be pissed off about?
Gonna have to talk to Scary Daniel, aren't you?
Steely
I guess
Dan,
so.
Of course.
Scary Daniel.
That's what I said. Let's talk to him. Come on, let's get a move on.
All right. Come on.
I follow.
They
nervously look at Ruth like,
she can't be that scary. She whispers to Hex.
They lead you in to this dilapidated old high school.
Is Locke coming too?
Yeah. I hopped down from the top of the. Yeah, you're going. Oh, I thought we were going to drive the ambulance. All right. I hop down from the side and I walk past this particularly brutish-looking woman whose scars all over her, and she's just glowering.
Mm-hmm. She's smoking a cigarette at you.
Looking good, and just make my way in.
She exhales like a huge cloud of cigar smoke. Yeah, the interior foyer of this building, as with the outside, is eerily festooned. None of the actual fluorescent lights are on, so it's still kind of a dim and gloomy atmosphere, but the halls of the high school are like bedecked with neon palm trees and Christmas lights and antique lamps. And there are just wires extension cords, power cables, as thick as your thigh, some of them running all through this place. Your guards that accompany you, they gesture with their rifles toward some like curtained doorway. In there, then.
I walk in.
Mm-hmm.
This is the gymnasium. There are a lot of disco balls all hung up, and the stage of the gym has this huge throne, I suppose you could call it, but it's made out of like other furniture that's all been stacked together. So there's like milk cartons and ottomans and armchairs all like lashed together into this huge pile of like reeking upholstery and wood, and the whole thing is just like strung together with light bulbs, it looks like. And on top of it, there's a woman who is all tatted up. You can't really tell where she ends and where her clothing begins from the tattoos, and she just watches you approach. She's got glow sticks like woven into her dreadlocks, and she just
I whisper to Hex as we're walking up, and I say, I reckon this be Steely Dan.
Yeah, looks like it.
Looks like she needs to redecorate.
She needs something, and I'm going to give it to her. And I'm going to try to seduce.
Uh-oh. Are you?
You're going to try to seduce her.
Right off the top.
All right. Let's see how that goes.
So tell them what you want them to do.
Yeah.
Give them a reason and roll plus hot. So what's the reason?
The reason is I'm sexy. I'm very attractive in this.
Hello, I'm sexy.
How are you communicating that as you walk in, though?
I unbutton my shirt and I walk up and I'm like, oh, hot out there. Oh, great and powerful. Scaredy, Dan?
Scary Daniel.
Great and powerful.
You're doing great so far.
Scary Daniel. We are but lowly travelers, bringing you gifts, and I point to Locke, and help, and I point to Ruth and say, and there's an ambulance. And me, my name, of course, is Hex, and I travel throughout the lands offering my services.
And so what do you want her to do?
I want her to go somewhere quiet and have sex with me.
And your reason is that you're sexy.
It's the only reason I have.
Okay.
No, he's bargaining. He's giving the reason as well that we are here to help her. And that this is his service. This is his service.
This is what
he's giving her free service.
That's right. It's also something that I offer as a free service. Not a free service. It's a service that I have, but I'd be offering it to you for free.
Interesting.
No strings, no nothing. Just one long, passionate gift.
Why don't you roll? She's not said anything yet to you.
I do have a plan after this. It's not just the seduce, so you know. But we'll see what happens.
It's a bold move. Oh,
13.
Oh, wow.
The woman's still not saying anything. Stands up on top of her mountain of furniture and steps delicately down this oddly constructed mass down towards you. And there are flickers in the periphery of your vision which indicate that you are not alone in this room with her in any sense of the word.
I didn't think we would be.
She gets very close to you, Locke. She walks around the three of you. And then she gets up in your face and she licks her lips. And she says, "Gifts. I like what I see. I'm not gonna lie. How long do you have?
As long as you like.
She grabs you by the collar and leads you away.
And I shoot my eyes back with fear. I'm like,
she claps her hands and the lights come on overhead. And there are about 15 people armored similarly to the ones who escorted you inside. Menacingly. And they've got your friends surrounded. X. And she leads you away. Let's go to the mid-game post.
good luck, guys. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the mid-game post. I have a secondary action. Just wait. Trust me, guys. It'll be fine, I'm sure. I hope. Clap, clap, clap. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Apocalypse World Session 3 so far. Crazy time. Yeah, sorry, that caught me off guard.
Are you all right?
Yeah, scary. I didn't think that was going to succeed. I thought it was just going to be a funny slap. That's good, though. Dice rolls and all that.
Yeah, man.
Is everyone having fun tonight?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. But it's dangerous.
So fun. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. It makes us feel good and all that.
Sexy.
Mid-game question, mid-game post.
Well, tell me what the guys' names were that I just threw out because I don't remember. That's the mid-game post. I do. I have them on my wall, but I don't remember which ones I chose.
The mid-game post question is, would that pickup line from Hex work on you?
Because who knows?
Well, I mean, depends on who.
You rolled a great roll, so...
I mean, here's my thinking. I mean, I basically was offering sexual favors as a gift, along with an ambulance and a person. I mean, it probably would work on somebody. I don't know how much contact she gets as being a ruler. Maybe she can't sleep with her own team because she doesn't want to ruin the balance of power. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a gift. And, again, in the world, Hex is a very attractive person. I do think that's one of his values.
You're a Skinner.
That's like the thing he's...
You seduce people.
Well, that's it. So it does make sense in that capacity.
Mm-hmm.
In every other capacity.
I really hope
kind of enjoy. Go ahead.
15 people around us try to kill us because I like to fight. And we'll see. 15-1. Maybe those odds aren't so great, but maybe they're fantastic.
Well, I should say this. I leveled up last game and I took a new power.
Oh, what's your new power?
Well, I don't know if I should say it because this is what I was going to do.
Oh.
But do you want to know?
Ooh.
I want to know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know right now. No.
We'll know in about 5
You
minutes.
keep that card in your sleeve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then Joe will start like figuring out ways to make it not happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, my whole reason for existing is just to foil y'all plans.
Seems like we got a lot of scheming going on over there. For sure.
I like it when she say y'all. It's funny.
Yeah.
Question was, depends on how... Oh, the question was, would that pickup line work? I just posted what Justin said. I wasn't even thinking. Would that pickup line from X work on you? Alexander says, depends on how the guy looks. If attractive, yes. Colin said, I mean, with that role, how could I not? I don't think I'd have a choice. Zia said, I don't know. Carly said, I was going to say no.
I love...
Oh, I have a man already. But he just bailed on me because Colin was the one who posted 2 up. Sad to say, it definitely would. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's Colin and Carly both saying, yes, for sure.
Yeah, let me edit this.
Now, is that correct?
Saying
Is that
Hex,
the correct
say
answer?
Harlan. Would that pickup line from Harlan work on you? That's what
Well, I like Colin's answer. The I think he was the one who said it with that role.
I don't have a choice.
Like, I love the idea of
like
someone going to the bar and doing this like this corny pickup line or whatever, and then being like, okay, well, what did you roll? Oh, natural 20. Okay, well, I guess I'll go to bed with you.
All right, fair enough. That's where we're at. Let's do this.
It's just like, oh, if you rolled that, or like a Stormcrow Tavern pickup line game.
Wouldn't it be great if certain things did work like that? Like if you couldn't make a decision, or you know, you're like, oh, I want to go to this party, Mom, and she's like, no, and you're like, but natural roll. 20. It's like, damn it, fine, I can't say no. Certain things would be very cool to be like that. Not other things, but certain things.
You guys have a bunch of XP as well. How did we decide that XP works in Apocalypse World? Does it mean that you get to add an extra D6, I believe?
Oh, and pick the best two?
Yeah, so Zia has put her XP in the pile. I'm sorry, anyone who decided that they wanted Greedy Guardian wanted to use an XP.
Zia said, I mean, if it was Harlan, it would have a better chance.
That's fair. I think it's just Zia and this Greedy Guardian who's saying hello from YouTube.
Excellent.
So if anyone wants to use that. Quick question, Rob.
Should I take the weird move or the better stat?
With your level up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say the move, because they're kind of more fun, really.
It's definitely just going to be a weird one then.
And we're definitely entertainment first. Over winning the goal, we're kind of like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, totally.
Casual brain receptivity.
Whoa.
It's all casual brain receptivity.
Yeah.
Cool.
It means to read a person. I don't need to interact with them. I can just, if they can see me, I can like psychically check their mind out.
That's sick.
Should Zia win for giving me a compliment? I think she should win.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
let's do it.
Yeah. Great. Zia, you win for
ego stroking.
We're making Harlan feel good about himself.
And at the end of the day, isn't that what's really important?
Isn't that what the Invictus stream is all about, ladies and gentlemen?
Surprisingly,
pretty much
on point.
I love it.
That's what it's about.
Sick.
All right, let's do this.
Hex, you are brought into a storage room of some kind. No, you're pulled backstage. Yeah.
I like storage room.
Storage room?
Yeah.
Backstage? Storage room?
Sounds
nice. Oh, wait. Justin has to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
Should we not go back to
No, he can go pee.
Okay.
I mean, we won't play. You can go pee.
Okay, should we just narrate this sexual encounter for a few minutes?
If you want to. No.
We'd hate for Justin to miss it.
Yes, Justin says yes.
All right. Should I just describe what I do in real life?
Yeah, tell me what you do in real life.
Want me to reveal those private details of how this goes down? All right.
No, now I'm embarrassed. So Scary Daniel leads you away.
Can I just say, best name ever.
Thank you.
Scary Daniel.
Thank you. I think I'm going to release my name document to the Patreon group when Apocalypse World is done, because there's a lot of really good names and I'm really excited. Scary Daniel.
I love it.
Yeah, it's been great.
The naming convention in Apocalypse World is just that, because...
Descriptor name?
No. It's like there's no more context anymore. So it totally makes sense that someone would just be called Madonna the same as they would be called Electrolux. Like, any proper noun or noun is fair game. And if you want to modify it with a verb or an adjective, that's fine too. It's just people pick things that they think sound good, but the reference is gone in an interesting way.
What about XP spending for making awesome names? Because like Gasface would be amazing. I'd love
oh my god, can we do that for Endgame Post?
Yeah, Endgame Post.
So maybe set up a second channel for people to post their fun names in, and then I can use those, because I just have a big list on the wall. Whenever you see me look in this direction, it's because I'm like, oh shit, what name do I choose?
I want to fight someone called Rob, what's a really funny one? What would make me laugh?
Tyler.
Yeah, that would. Tyler. I'm Tyler.
Yeah. I've got
Metal
it.
Tyler?
No, it's funnier that it's boring. Tyler. You've beaten Gasface and Monkey Wrench. Welcome to Tyler.
I have Dink as one of the names.
Dink? I love
Dink?
Dink.
Dink.
Dink is an ape-like creature. Dink, dink.
Yeah, so you get dragged off by Scary Daniel.
Perfect.
She takes you into a dimly lit room.
Storage
it's all about
room.
lighting here in the chapel.
Dimly lit storage room.
And she says, "Worship me."
Absolutely. And I start doing my sexy dance.
Oh.
No,
This
I'm
makes
going
it feel like an Austin Powers sex scene.
It is a little
It basically is.
And it's somehow like casting a shadow on the wall, and you guys can all see like it's like a really rated R shadow of like a PG thing that's happening
You're like,
in the room.
but I'm going to. So the new skill I took was hypnotize. I'm going to take hypnotize. When you have time and solitude with someone, this is why I
Correct.
wanted to get
Ching,
her
ching.
alone.
Yep.
They become fixated upon you. Roll plus hot. Blah, 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 blah. And let me just say there are some pretty good moves here, so let's hope this works.
Roll it, baby.
Come on. Do I get XP? Did we say we can use XP? Because I would love to use XP on this.
You can. I think we have two, Zia and someone who has a name it's an alliterative name.
Zia, I would love to use your XP. Thank you so
So you get
much.
to roll and take the two highest. Thank you, Zia.
Roll and take the two highest. Roll
That's
3,
right.
take the
Thank you,
highest. Perfect. Okay. Oh, so that's a 4 and a 5. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12.
Nicely done.
So
Wow.
on a 10 plus, you can hold 3 of these following questions. Giving me something I want, acting as my eyes and ears, fighting to protect me, or doing something that I tell them to. This is very, very, very powerful.
Wow.
Yeah. Now it says for NPCs, while you have hold over them, they can't act against you. For PCs, instead, anytime like you can spend your hold 1 for 1. So, but they're not a PC. So.
There's like a knockdown, drag out sex scene.
Yeah.
Both of us get very sweaty, and there's like gym mats involved, and like one of the scooters, and like a hula hoop probably.
Play a role.
Yeah, there's like gym equipment, and and the encounter ends with the two of them like sweaty in a pile on top of each other, and she has heart emoji eyes.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I mean...
Oh, what's your sex move? You just did it.
Oh, I didn't actually want to have sex with her. Well, I mean, I can, but I mainly just wanted to hypnotize her. I wanted to
Oh, you're just excited about... No, I think that's requisite.
Oh, you know what? Well, that's annoying.
What?
I just took the fucking special move, but
Yeah.
it says if I have sex, I can hypnotize them, as if you've rolled a 10 plus.
Well, there you go.
So I didn't even have to do any of that.
Retcon.
Stupid. All right, well, I'll cast the move, but I'm going to I'll take plus 1 forward.
I cast the move.
I don't know what plus 1 forward is, but I'm going to... Oh, you know what? They give me a gift worth 1 barter. That sounds cool.
Wait, so what's happening?
So I hypnotize them, as we discussed.
Correct.
I'm going to decide what she does, but I'll take a gift worth at least 1 barter
Okay.
from her. So I think what we'll
She looks around in like the post-coital glow, and she's like, anything in here strike your fancy? There's like,
it's like
you know,
so much
hockey
valuable
pads
shit, and I like
stuff.
look at there's a small porcelain cat, and I'm like, oh, yes, please. It's like crack too, and I'm like, oh, and I'll take that.
It's like one of those like cats that you get in like a Chinese restaurant,
or like at a gram. I was thinking like a gram. Oh yeah, with the waving ones. Yes, let's do that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
perfect.
A little tacky.
She's like walking around collecting her clothing.
So I can hold 3 of these 4, which
Okay.
is a lot. But
Just like in for the duration
So-
of the next scene.
don't know.
So while you have the hold, they have to spend them. So they can't act against you forever, not till the end of the scene. But then Joe can spend the hold by doing one of those 4 things to get rid of it, to
Cool.
do nice things to Harlan to do nice things in Hex in order to get out from the hypnosis
So
spell.
the barter, was that one of the
No,
hold?
that was just having
I
sex.
think that was bonus for sex.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so I will
Sex
pick
bonus.
giving me something I want, doing something you tell them to, and between fighting and acting as eyes and ears, let's say.
Oh, no, so I think those.
I get to choose.
Yeah, just in the moment. So long as you have those hold, they can't act against you. And then in order to be able to act against them, Joe's got to do things to spend that.
Now,
hold.
does that
so she has to give it a 3.
against,
I see. Perfect. You're right.
So what was it?
against him act against, like, if she acts against us, is that acting against him?
Oh,
I don't know. That's up for the MC to figure out in the moment. There's no.
Gotcha.
I'll decide that.
so you just pick from those and you just spend 3. I see. Cool.
Taking a picture of your character sheet.
Thank you.
Because I don't have.
And I walk
this
out.
any
Well, I mean, what happened with these? Are they just?
They're just being like held to the spot. Basically, you're not able to go scouting around. Like you rolled very highly. I'm not going to impose a disadvantage on your friends.
Is there any of them with an obvious like cough or limp or wound or something that I could give a little care to while we were just stuck here?
Let me see if there was, because I like randomness.
I love the idea that you're like looking at a guy and he's like, and you're like, oh, and you look at the next guy and he's like leprous. He's like, and you're like, cough.
Let's fix that cough.
No, Ruth, they all seem very well put together and very well orchestrated, very disciplined. And
So maybe these are definitely not ones who are fighting in an arena on a regular basis.
Oh no. These are the lucky folk that get to hang out at this nice outpost.
Are any of them bigger than me?
Yeah, a couple of
Like,
them.
a couple of them? I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stop and do like one-armed push-ups.
Oh,
While we're waiting.
just because you're like, bored. Well, I guess you've been cooped up.
That's what sparks it.
Yeah.
I look around and I see the people bigger than me and my eyes squint a little, and then the next thing you know, I'm down doing one-armed push-ups
Nice.
until Hex gets back.
Nice. How long do you spend alone with Scary Daniel?
Not that
Hex.
long. I didn't actually give a shit about. I just wanted to.
Of course.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
As quickly as possible, and then I'm out.
Sure. So she comes back and she says, all right. Why are you here?
And I join the other two, like with their ranks. Actually, I feel like Hex would like stand next to her, like, yeah, why are you here? And then get a look, and then sadly walk across the floor and stand next to them.
You didn't travel all this way just to have a little fun.
Times are hard everywhere. We heard there was an arena. We had a fighter, and I know how to patch some wounds up. And I figured those are both things that arenas need. Just trying to find our way on through to that.
I'm only looking for the best. Tell me why. Why you?
198, 199.
Why Locke?
200.
Locke is the finest ever. Show her the thing.
What thing?
The
The thing.
Yeah.
And I unloop the chain from my belt and I say, I use this weapon when I fight. Are you picky about who you throw into the arena?
You understand that by allowing you to go any further than this outpost, I've given my seal of approval. I would not have the overseer think that I didn't know the value of good flesh.
All right. Well, I don't know about you, but I can think of a way that we could prove it to you right now. And I eye some of the bigger fighters that are in the ring. Who's your best fighter?
There's a couple of them here, but this isn't the arena, friend.
No, but he'll kill him right here.
Proposing a sort of audition, so to speak, if they're not too afraid.
All right. Marco. And a big dude, he's about your size, takes a step forward. She says, how about you do it with the lights off? And everyone is plunged into blackness immediately. You see the glow sticks woven into Scary Daniel's hair, and that's about it. And it recedes slowly, gets smaller and smaller, farther and farther away. And you hear her voice say, good luck. You three are entirely in the darkness. What happens next?
I lie on the floor flat.
All right, I had to find my moves. Now, right, so combat. We haven't been in combat for a while.
Yes.
You can go aggro on someone.
Do you have a thing that happens at the start of a battle? Isn't there? Maybe you don't have that move.
Don't.
Yeah, I think. Let me see. Let's see what I've got.
If you don't have Visions of Death, never mind. But
no.
Okay, never
mind. If you can find this guy, you can try to inflict harm on him.
All right.
He's hiding from you, or you are hiding from him. It's hard to know.
All right. Well,
what do you want to do?
I'm going to kind of relax, get into a peaceful state, and really take in my surroundings. Now that I'm no longer relying on my sight, I can enhance the other senses, such as feel and smell and sound. And I'm going to listen, see if I can pinpoint exactly where this Marco is.
Yeah, I think maybe you're going to read a situation.
Yeah, I'll do that. Or is it a stitch? Does it matter?
Roll plus sharp.
All right. Come on. Good roll, good roll. Can I roll experience?
What do you mean?
No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to take that fail. So I got 5.
Okay.
So you'd ask one anyways.
So reading a stitch, I've got that highlighted. Or yeah, read a stitch. So what's my enemy's true position feels appropriate.
Yeah, that's fair. Your enemy's true position is running at you right now. Marco he's running towards you with knives out, and he is going to harm you for your lapse in attention. He's going to inflict. Do you have armor?
I do.
I'm just going to quickly pull up.
Well, I don't actually have armor. I have impossible reflexes, which the way you move unencumbered counts as armor. If you're naked or nearly naked, which I am right now, I have 2 armor.
Yeah, you're never not naked, really. This guy's got what does he have on hand? I think he's got a machete.
All right.
So he gets up directly in front of you and swings his machete at your chest. And
am I able to do something under pressure?
Well, this is
something under fire.
This is the move that I get to take because you fucked up your roll. So he is going to inflict 3 damage to you. So
all right.
You have 2 armor, yeah. And you learn his true position being that he is right in front of you, stabbing you.
Ah, there you are. And at that point, I'm going to swing the chain around his ankles, and I'm going to try to yank up and try to trip him.
So I believe we are now exchanging harm.
All right.
So both sides are going to exchange harm. You inflict harm on Marco as Marco inflicts harm on you.
Do you want to roll feedback, or?
Sorry?
Did you want to roll seize by force?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at all
so I
these
need to roll
pieces
for
of
that,
paper.
and that's going to be hard, right? Or is that cool?
I think I'm missing a page.
Yeah, it's on the battle moves. Seize by force is roll plus hard, yeah.
Roll plus hard. Okay, here we go. Sucker someone, do battle. Someone force you, cave and do what you want. Get the hell out. Barricade, give you
that's a different move.
I think, seize by force. Are you trying to fight your way free? Are you doing single combat with someone? That sounds right.
Combat,
yeah.
I think, yeah.
No quarters. We exchange harm, but first roll plus hard. So
that is what you wanted me to do. Right? That's one of my stats. Special stats. So if I do it, then I can...
then you mark XP, correct.
It's going to be tricky because I've got -1. All right, let's do this.
There
8.
8?
8, yeah.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, choose one. You can either inflict terrible harm, which is +1 harm, or suffer little harm, -1 harm. So you can either deal more harm to Marcos than you would normally, or you can suffer less than you would.
Oh, I see. I'm going to do more. Do more harm.
Okay. So how much harm do you usually do?
3.
3 harm with your melee knife?
Kusarigama. Yeah, my flaily thing.
So you're going to do 4 harm to Marco.
Right.
In the dark, you score a direct hit on this guy. You're not necessarily sure where you hit him, but the chain wraps around his legs and the blade slides in somewhere. You hear a grunt, and he stabs at you again with his machete on the way down. You take another harm.
All right. So does he have to roll for that, or
he's just going to inflict harm to you?
So I can never do something under fire unless I do that on my turn, I suppose.
What do you mean?
You would be describing something that's not about violence to do something under fire. Is to
that's like
get away from him to
that's like running through like gunfire.
I see.
Is like doing something under fire.
Right.
So you take
so then I'm just wondering why he doesn't have to roll when I have to roll, and I have a chance of failing when he doesn't have a chance of failing. Doesn't seem fair to Locke.
So you did have your option to do less harm and take no damage, but
I see, gotcha.
Because you exchange the harm, and then whoever rolls gets to modify it.
Yeah. So you chose to inflict terrible harm instead of suffering little harm, which means you do suffer harm.
I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you take him down because 4 harm is very many harm for an NPC to suffer.
Okay.
Is he dead?
Oh yeah, he's toast.
I'm like lying on the ground on my belly, and the body falls next to me. I'm just grabbing my daggers and like stabbing the guy's head. I'm like, oh, my time.
He gets you in the calf with the machete on the way down. It's almost just like a dead man flailing. And then it's quiet.
Well, he's dead. I don't know if you want me to kill someone else too. I was thinking we'd just do fists, to be perfectly honest. But here we are. Might want to get someone with a mop too.
The lights come back up, and Scary Daniel is back sitting on her throne of furniture.
As soon as the lights come back on and she can see us, I'd like to tune into my casual brain receptivity that, in the dark, Ruth has been sort of sitting there tuning into all her other senses, and some of that's this weird psychic roar that's going on.
Okay.
As soon as the lights come up, Scary Daniel can see me, and I look at her, and there's some weird psychic information passed, maybe. Or everything goes all bad.
Let's see.
5, 6, 5. That's all bad. Actually, it's not true. So it's just read a person. with weird, and on a read a person, on a miss, I get to ask one anyways. And I would like to know how we could get her to show us where the high tech stuff is.
I still have her hypnotized, and doing something that we tell her to, she might do. So we could just ask her.
Ruth, you recognize that immediately when the lights come up, her gaze darts to Hex. You can see that he has hooks in her.
And I'm like not even hopping up when the lights come on, embarrassed. I'm like slowly like climbing up off the floor. I'm like got like wet blood all over me from lying next to the body and stabbing it after. I'm like,
Yeah.
Is there like an imprint of an emotion I get associated with Hex from her?
You get a kind of surprise greed from her.
Interesting. Okay.
Good job, Locke. Good job, us.
Careful. You see, I've got a bit of a hard on right now.
Perhaps
it's a little awkward.
Ruth, is it? You'll have a chance to demonstrate your prowess now.
We looked down.
No, like Locke is bleeding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I think I'll just go wrap up. I'll just go bandage up the wound. There's nothing special. I'm going to be very careful not to touch his actual skin with my skin to like not get any weirdness going on. Just like
To
harm, you bandage up a wound.
Heal in time eventually without any.
And I'll pretend to help him. I'll help Ruth rather, and I'll kind of be like, "Is there anything you want me to like? What do we want? What do we want? Should we just leave now?"
We're trying to find their high tech stuff. If we don't,
right. I got this.
Are you sure you don't want to use the needles, Ruth? Yeah. I wouldn't mind the needles, to be honest.
I know you're a little addicted, Locke. Don't worry. We're running low. You're going to be okay.
And Hex like spins around on his heel and starts walking over towards it. Well, obviously, right? He's a fighter. He's good at it. He does what he has to do. And he like slowly climbs up the junk staircase towards her throne.
That's close enough. Thank you.
Right. Well, I just wanted to, give you something. But look, the truth is we need some high-tech junk, right? And I turn back to Ruth very awkwardly. What is it?
For round 2. I understand. Come with me.
For round.
Come with me.
Sure.
No.
And I look to Ruth. I'm like, what do we need again? What is this for? So I'm like walking out of the room.
And she.
Just shout at me. Just tell me.
She struts down the hallway.
Use your brainwaves.
These are weird. To like an old classroom, a science classroom. And
we're gonna do like a teacher thing, like a role play thing. You want me to be the teacher?
Shut up.
Listen here, little girl.
And she opens a door, and behold, high tech stuff. It's like the science closet, or would you prefer auto shop? I'm not sure. How are we feeling here? Auto shop.
For me, I was hoping that it was like a bunch of waving kitties. And I'm like, oh, nice. You know what? Let me grab Ruth. She's the one that knows a little bit more about this. I'll be right back. And I walk out.
I think science room with an oscilloscope fits in with all the lights and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah,
and I tell Ruth, I'm like, she said, what do we need this for again? I don't remember.
The wall between the science classroom and the utility closet has been broken out, and there's also a lot of power cables that all lead into this one utility closet. And she sort of does a turn on her heel and winks at Hex and says, "You can take as much as you can carry, but don't say you got it here."
Of course, kid.
What do you take?
I don't know. I really don't remember what we need this for.
It's legit high-tech crap to help get the brain projector working. So any sort of audio-visual / medical equipment is going to help us.
Yeah.
Let's take it.
There's like
there's also a bunch of auto equipment here. Why is there auto equipment here?
You take like a bus bin of Bunsen burners. There's an old reel-to-reel projector and a slide like clicky thing. What are those called?
Ooh, those are cool.
You find a couple of Erlenmeyer flasks that are unbroken. There's like some stuff that Ruth, you figure that the ambulance could probably use. In fact, Ruth, if you like, you can take one stock from this room.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, she would love to do that. So, and is there stuff here that we could consider the high-tech crap we're looking for if we were to walk away with it? Yep. Oh, perfect. Yep. So if Hex gets us invited into the room, Ruth's pretty calculating and like that, not this, that.
Yeah,
that's deadly. That we can.
Into the room.
So I just gave you something you want. You hold 2 on me now, Harlan.
Of course.
What else can she do for you? I'm desperate for her to become a bad guy again. Great. So, she struts back down the hallway and is like, "Are you done here? Did you find everything you need?"
I guess, yeah. Should we?
Well done, Hex.
You don't have a 50 cal for the top of it.
Actually, no, Sorrow.
Oh, Sorrow. One for Sorrow.
She's gone on.
Oh, you mean like?
Maybe. Not just yet, as far as I know. There's a competition at the Battle Dome. I believe it's tomorrow. I said she would be good in the ring. Sorrow, right? She's a leggy brunette.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, so she should be a competitor for Lark. That is why you're here, right? You want a chance at riches. Greedy fucks.
Well, let's, I guess, move on. We appreciate your time.
I just gave you information that you want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anything else. Bye.
I'll see you out. And
I don't want you to. You stay here.
If you do that, that's you. That's you doing that, not for me. Yeah, you head back outside. There's a chick with a shaved head that's chatting to Shigusa, who's leaning up against the ambulance in kind of a nervous way. And you approach, and Shigusa's like, "Well, thank you so much for all of your terrifying oppression and conversation." Ruth, hi. Oh, that's Ruth. We're gonna be going now. Okay. Hi.
Hi, Shigusa. You okay?
Yeah, totally fine. She was asking
Great.
a lot of questions.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that once we're on the road, which we're going to be shortly. Everybody in. And away we go.
We head off. The spotlights follow you as far as they can beyond the chapel of electric lights. And then you are alone in the darkness in this unknown place. Hex, you claim to have traveled these hills yourself. Whether they're familiar or not to you in the darkness, it's hard to say. Everything looks a little bit the same. And Shigusa turns her pale face to you, Ruth, and she says, They were really curious about how we found out about them. I just said that we learned about the arena and that we were champions, and she didn't seem to think that was very likely.
I mean, it's not wrong, really. I mean, Locke's had some arrangement with these people before. Hex has been here before. That's, I'm sure you can rest assured, whether or not she thought it was likely, you were telling the truth.
I'm just scared.
Yeah, this place is terrifying. We just got to remember why we're doing it. It's when we find out what's in that ugly head over there, we're going to be able to save a lot of lives and make a big difference.
Yeah, we can have a better life. We can all.
That's right.
Probably
live a little bit easier. And the ambulance screams off into the night. And I think we're going to end it there for today.
Cool. Yeah.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are ending a little bit early tonight. Our apologies. However, Joe works at 6 tomorrow morning, and that means she has to get up at like 4:30. So realities sometimes happen.
Sorry, guys.
Reality bites.
Do we want to do the end of session moves?
Yeah, let's do that.
End of session moves, right.
So we're going to deal with history.
Yeah.
Doopy-doopy-doo.
I don't think either of you particularly know Ruth better, so on a whim, I'm going to give a point to Locke.
That's what you always do.
You, Ruth.
Well,
I appreciate it. Oh, where does that go?
If you're one again. Under HX.
HX, so we're at +2.
Oh, did I reset Locke last time?
Yeah, you've reset him and continually added to him.
Well, I just like...
it's been Hex, like 90% of the time it's been Hex has been...
I know, but I'm trying to make moves that I get to know Ruth better. I'm like, he remembers Ruth being mad at him for firing a 50 cal, so I will act differently this time.
It's a question. It's funny though, because do you think Ruth knows you better?
Yeah, I'm trying... Oh, you mean because I read her in that situation? Yeah, I guess not. I guess she wouldn't know me. Wait, is that...
You know Ruth.
But the question is, do you know me
So you
better?
can use Ruth for you.
So for your question, who do you think knows Hex better?
Who knows Hex better after this? Neither of you. Probably, I don't know. I guess, who did I do last time? Let's do the other one. Locke. I think I said Ruth last time.
All right. So now we're both at +2. I'm going to say that Ruth knows Locke better because she's never actually healed my ankle before. So this is another part of my body that she has
gotten familiar with.
I don't think
Yeah. So
yeah, for some reason I'm at +3 for Ruth and I'm at -1 for Locke.
Oh, you were looking for the one to roll you over. I see.
I was just looking to get Locke up. I don't really know how this works. I still forget. I don't understand this part.
I just remembered what our end game XP is going to be, and I'm so fucking happy.
There's so many names.
Guys, I'm so proud of you.
Trebuchet, Pringles.
I really like Zia's 1-800-Thomas. I love Colin's chartreuse, which is the color green.
Nanny.
Alexandra, BB Ketchup.
These are the names.
These are all names that we asked people to come up with.
High speed.
Forever 21.
Fun names. Oh, great.
The Man Hatter. He makes hats out of people.
Top Ramen.
Man Hatter.
God, you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, really good. How do you pick
Windex, one? I think Zia's 1-800.
1-800-Thomas.
I want to meet that person so bad.
Too.
He's in the next game.
It's the perfect amount of like insanity, but also whimsicalness, but also still fits the future of like apocalypse.
Yeah.
I'm 1-800-Thomas. Choo choo.
Yeah, I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry for
that
tonight, but thank you so much for hanging out with us.
That was Zia. Thank you, Sia.
This has been a blast. Hope you have a wonderful
We'll
time.
be back next week with Apocalypse World.
Correcto, Mungo.
Excellent.
Well as the week after that, we're going to be doing 2 streams that week. We're doing a special presentation on a Monday night.
Yeah, we are.
On Monday, Joe and myself will be sitting down with 2 friends of ours named Daniel and Patrick, and we're going to be doing a game of theirs called Ross Rifles to support their Kickstarter. That's coming up in October. So if you're interested in that, you should check it out. It's a World War I powered by the Apocalypse game.
September 16th.
Yeah, it's super cool. They're both like archaeologists. Daniel used to work at the ROM. He's gone to China on archaeological digs. He's super into the history of it. They've gone to like the War Museum in Ottawa to research for this game. Like it's a super cool World War I game.
Have you played it?
I have played it. Yeah, it's really great.
I've heard really good things.
Yeah, it's super fabulous. You guys are gonna have a great time.
I'm excited. So we're going to be playing that next Monday at 6 o'clock. So
not next
time,
Monday. Monday the 16th.
Sorry. Well, like not this coming Monday, but next Monday, the 16th. So yeah, but you'll hear more about that anyway.
Yep.
Have a wonderful night. And as always, my good friend Justin always likes to say,
I'm Ebenezer Buckles.